The recent success of rookie guard Jared McCain is not a big secret within NBA circles. It's been talked about a lot, but what is he doing so well that has made the transition so easy for him? And how is he leveraging his strengths to make an impact on this struggling Sixers team? First, going to look at his ability to knock down the three, find open space, and relocate. Here actually is an example in transition where he attacks Franz Wagner. He doesn't think he has an opportunity at the rim, so he kicks it to Paul George. And on the pass, he knows exactly where he's headed, right to the left wing. He's always moving and looking for open space. He knows where his strengths are, and that's as a three-point shooter. He knows if he finds a little bit of space, he's going to be able to get his shot off. So he knows Franz Wagner is not going to be anticipating this cut he's making, and so he's able to find just a little open space, and that release is so quick that he's able to get it off at any time. Here's a really cerebral play from Jared McCain. He is able to give this off to Drummond, and then he makes just a little back cut to create the smallest of space. And just a really nice, smart play here to create an open look for himself that he knocks down and cuts him the lead late in the game here. Another example, this one he actually gets a switch against Jared Allen and is looking to get to the basket and make the layup here. He misses it just barely, but he's not the type of guy who's going to quit on the play. He has a great motor. He knows exactly where he needs to be, and so he finishes with a cut back to the corner. Yabusele finds him, and he knocks it down to extend the lead here in the second quarter. Here's another example, dribble drive, kick to Yabusele. Actually, Yabusele has a good look here. He probably could knock it down, but McCain continues his cut to the corner. Yabusele recognizes that's an even better look. Anthony Black wasn't really expecting this. A guy coming from under the basket out of the play, and it instantly becoming the option for the three here. Doesn't knock this one down, but just a really nice way to leverage his ability to get the ball out quick and get a good opportunity for himself in the corner. Here's another example. He notices Jalen Suggs, his defender, is ball watching, which is something you can't do against McCain. He's constantly moving. And on this example, he's actually going to come all the way from the right corner to the left wing. So he's going to cross the entire court here, looking for the ball. Martin finally finds him, and he has the quick release to knock it down, like I mentioned. This is just another example where he's relocating to the open space on the right wing here, and knocks that one down for three. He's just a really good example for a young guard. He's not overly explosive off the bounce or vertically. He's not very big, especially positionally, but he knows what his strengths are. He plays very cerebrally. Not sure if that's even a word, but he's always thinking when he's playing, and you can see that it comes out on film. Here's an example. We're going to get into some ball screen here, and what the Cavs try to play some drop coverage against him, which you can't really do because he has, again, that quick release, and he knows where he needs to get his looks. Another example here of the drop coverage, and this is a tough shot, moving left, plays off the 2 feet, gets a nice look there and makes it moving to his left. So he does some things off the bounce as well as being just a deadly off-ball guy. Here he gets the switch and again attacks Jared Allen. This is another great example of how he leverages his strengths. He's not the best vertical leaper. He's not going to be dunking on a lot of people. But what he does have is a really nice solid base, and he's got a really strong core. So he's able to get into the body of Jared Allen here and create some separation on the step back in the mid-range, which is another area where he really excels. He's been having a lot of success from that mid-range area. We have another example here. He's got Karis LeVert between the legs, and he's again going to create some separation with the off arm. Not enough to the point of it being an offensive foul because he knows what he can get away with. Here's an example where Seth Curry is real worried about the deep ball. Keenan hit a few in this game at that time, so he gets a little bit of a extra step on the first step here, Gets into the body early and rises up for the jumper in the mid-range. Here he's again going up against Brandon Miller. Just an isolation at the top of the key. Spin move, drops it in. Again, so good. You can tell he spends a lot of time in the gym. He knows his spots. He knows how to get to them, and he knows what moves to employ when he gets there. Here's another example where he gets a switch against LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball is, probably a better athlete than Jared McCain, and if Jared McCain was to take this to the rim, he's got a disadvantage lengthwise. But what he does have is a lower center of gravity and a stronger lower half. So he plays to his strengths, gets into the body, uses that off arm a little bit, and has the quick pull up, knocks it down, gets 2 points for the team late in the game there, gives them the lead. So here we have another ball screen. Pretty simple, gets to his spot, and you can really notice, again, part of him being such a smart basketball player is he has tremendous understanding of the pace he should be playing at. He's always under control. He's always in control of his own pace, and this is one of those examples. He gets to his spot in his mid-range game here, and he's in no hurry. Takes his time and knocks it down. We're going to get another example, I think, here that'll show off the pace. Yeah, this is a good one against Tyler Hero. He comes off the screen, and he kills the dribble here, puts Tyler Hero in jail, and then takes his time, steps back, and he's really comfortable in that mid-range. Gets it off quick. There's not much that you can do when you're playing from behind against him like that. This is just another little dribble handoff from Embiid, and he's really good off balance in the mid-range as well. You saw it there against Jericho Sims, who's a longer defender. And he's had success at all three levels. We've seen the mid-range, we've seen the three-point, but he's also he's around just over 55% within 5 feet, which isn't outstanding, but for a 20-year-old guard who had size concerns and athleticism concerns coming into the draft, that's a really good number to be at. So here this is a really physical drive, and he spins off of the contact, and he loves this scoop layup. So you're going to see this a lot if you tune into a Sixer game. He loves to get to the scoop layup. He loves to protect with the inside foot, and he uses it really good at shielding himself from defenders. Here's another example. He's actually going to get an opportunity against Jonathan Isaac, who's one of the premier defenders in the NBA. And here he does a nice job. He's got gives him a little stutter, a little shot fake, and he's able to get past him with that scoop. He utilizes that on most of his drives. We'll get another look at that here. And he knows where to put it on the top of the glass there. So he's avoiding a shot blocker. Here's another opportunity against a really good perimeter defender in Jalen Suggs, one of the NBA's best. He is physical on his drives. He has the behind the back counter to the middle here and uses the shot fake and the step through with, again, another one of those, that little scoop to the hoop, which he loves. Here's a really good example of him using his inside foot to shield himself from a shot blocker. You'll see this a lot. He's willing to go off of either foot or on the basket, and it really helps with his finishing game. So here he sees Taj Gibson in drop coverage. He's going to attack it, and he has the inside foot that just gives him a little bit of space. All he needs to get that off the top of the glass. And again, you see that scoop layup from him. He loves that against shot blockers. Another example here, you're going to see a little pace and the in-between game over a shot blocker. Evan Mobley is another one of the NBA's most devastating shot blockers, and here he just gets to his spot in the mid-range. He's never sped up. He has some concern for the shot blocker, but he's not afraid, not tentative, goes right up over the top and gets the bucket. Another example here, he puts Craig Porter Jr. in jail, and over the outstretched arm of the shot blocker, he's going to get this one to go off the glass. So just a really nice play there as well. We've seen what he can do at all three levels. Scoring the ball, he's over 26 points per game in his 3 starts this year. He's been a really big factor in keeping the 76ers in some of these games. They've had a really rough start to this season with injuries and lack of cohesiveness, but he's been the lone bright spot. It's going to be interesting to see what it looks like when him and Maxey are on the court together. They have some sort of overlapping skill set, but they'll really be able to space the floor, and I think that's going to be a really exciting combination to watch moving forward. But overall, I've just been so impressed with Jared McCain. He was a guy that I was actually high on coming into the draft, which I guess is easy for me to say now, but because he's a guy that you watch what he's doing out there, and it's hard to explain other than just saying he's a good basketball player. He knows how to play basketball, and obviously there's more nuanced parts to his game than just being a good basketball player, which we've highlighted today. But just a fantastic offensive basketball player, and should be, or in my opinion, is the lead for Rookie of the Year at this point.